Hello, Dungeon Masters and Adventurers. We will be continuing on page 44 of The Tower of Darkness. It's a velvety moonlit night. You and Derek are standing in the center of a flat, circular area about 20 feet in diameter. The floor is covered with birds and many years' accumulation of birds' nests. Around the edge of the circle, like battlements on a castle, are statues of men and beasts. I wonder why all these statues have their hands or paws covering their ears, Derek asks. He walks over to the nearest one, an elf with an expression of deep pain on his face. Angry birds flutter and squawk and fly out of his way with each step, until all the birds are moving restlessly. There's something strange about these birds, you say, watching them fly around the moonlight. You stare at them, wondering how they differ from birds you know in your own familiar world. That's not the only thing that's strange, Derek says. His voice sounds strained. You hurry across the roof to join him at the edge, ignoring the irritating squawks of the birds who flutter out of your way. Derek is looking past the statues towards the ground. You glance down at the landscape surrounding the tower and see a breathtaking, beautiful, and peaceful picture of farms drowning under the moonlight. There's the river, and over there's the road, which leads to the village, you point out, only there isn't any village where there should be, just another large glowing black dome. And the forest we struggled through to get here is gone too, Derek adds. He looks at you. We really are in a different world, just like Verbena said at the beginning. Though you had been told you were in a different world, you hadn't expected it to look so much like your own, yet so different. You glance back at the peaceful farm spread out beneath the tower. Tears prick at your eyes as a sudden wave of homesickness hits you. Will you ever find your way back? Garin, hey Garin, look at this, Derek shouts abruptly. Turning, you see a familiar glowing circle form on the layers of bird nests between you and Derek. Inside the circle is the game board. The black spiral is whirling around both pages, and where it touches their clothing, smoke begins to rise. If you can't beat 'em, join 'em. The voice, distinctly not Verbena's, is faint, and you can make out the words with some effort. Abruptly, a flash of flame fills the circle. You hear an angry roar, and the scene vanishes. Glancing at your companion, you can see his lips moving, but you cannot make out the words he is saying. The birds are making too much noise. What are you saying, you yell? That was my father's voice, Derek shouts, and then he frowns. Those birds are making an awful racket.